The Thanksgiving holiday has become controversial recently. Now, the traditional historical narrative is the story of the Pilgrims and the Native Americans having a feast together in the fall after a year of plentiful harvest. Now, as they gave thanks to God year after year, this tradition has continued up until contemporary times. Now, the other side of the story that has begun to emerge is that the Thanksgiving holiday is a reminder of the genocide of millions of native people, the theft of their lands, the assault of their culture, the rape and pillage of an entire population committed by racist white colonizers. Now, in this video, I want to make a few points in defense of the racist white colonizers, which is not talked about much in the public conversation. Why is it that the first group of Europeans crossed the Atlantic to move to North America? Well, it seems obvious that they were looking for a place to relocate to. But why did they consider North America? What information did they have about North America that would make it a good option? Do you think the information that they had was that North America was inhabited by a large population of people that were unwelcoming to newcomers, or that North America was mostly a land unpopulated and open to newcomers? Now, if you think the information that they had was that it was inhabited by a large population of people that were unwelcoming to newcomers, then why would the first group of settlers choose it as the best option to relocate to, if there wasn't much room for them and they would most likely be forced to leave or get killed? Now, on the other hand, if the first group of settlers thought that North America was mostly uninhabited and open to newcomers, then it seems clear why they would choose it as the best option for relocation, even though it was a long and dangerous journey to get there. Now, if this was one of the main motivators for their journey, why had they received this information if it was not true? Or is it possible that it is true that North America was a land mostly uninhabited? Well, according to historians, the population in the 1500s was about 22 million Native Americans, and then that number began to dramatically decline as the smallpox epidemic spread from the Spanish to the South Americans and up into North America. Now, by the time most of the European settlers began to arrive, the Native American population is estimated to be just a fraction of what it once was, from a high estimate of around 2 million people. Now, then this number remains largely the same to this very day. The continental United States consists of about 3 million square miles. So that is an average of one person every 1.5 square miles or so. And since most people probably congregate together, say living in groups of 100 or more people, that would be one small group of people every 150 miles or so. Now, this would seem to give an impression of an uninhabited land, and mostly was uninhabited, at one person every 1.5 square miles on average. So the first European settlers arrived in North America, which was mostly an uninhabited land. They eventually built a country and established a nation. Now, yes, there are horrific stories that can be told on both sides, Native massacres and European massacres. But there are also many good stories that can be told on both sides, tales of trade, teamwork, companionship, and charity. Now, one of these stories of trade, teamwork, companionship, and charity is said to have started the traditional celebration of Thanksgiving. And for this, I am thankful.